Dr. Benita Zahn.
Wearing a mask. I'm well aware that some folks are opposed to it, but there is enough evidence to warrant wearing them to prevent transmission of coronavirus. Now, I'm not going to debate that in this edition of Health Beat. What we are discussing is how to help the community, the disability community, wear them. And that's why Dr. Marianne Simon, Director of Behavioral and Therapeutic Supports at the Wildwood Programs, is my guest. Good to see you again.
Thanks. Nice seeing you too, Benita.
So I'm sure when the whole push to wear masks came down, you said, we've got to really take a look at this and see how we can help our community. I'm sure you said that.
Yes, definitely. We've seen that there are some families who are hesitant to send their children, their adult children, back to day programming because of fear of them not being able to tolerate the mask. So we really looked at what we needed to do, what types of supports can we offer to them.
And what did that look like? You know, I'm sure start with a conversation, and then we've got some video so we can take a look at in a moment.
Exactly. So we have our social worker and our behaviorist offered to families to really talk about their fears of having their children come back to programming. And then from a behavioral perspective, really explaining to the individual why wearing a mask is needed and a requirement.
And let me jump in. We're showing, you sent us some video, we're showing your demonstrator putting on the mask. So is there something specific about the actual wearing of it?
Yeah, so some of the steps for this individual here, he really enjoys some of the superhero Marvel comic DC characters. So one of the things we look at is having a mask that is motivating to the person, giving them choice, looking at favorite characters, sports teams. I know myself when I pick a mask, I want one that I'm comfortable in and that may go with my outfit for a certain day or my mood. So really giving that control to the individual as well, so they're part of the process.
And how does that conversation go? You know, what are the words you've given to these families to use with their loved ones?
Really focusing on the safety. You know, it's for the safety of ourselves, for the safety of others, and we're all in this together. And not just the words we use, but showing visuals, taking people out to visit their routines that they like to go to, and showing that, see, people are coming in and out of their favorite stores, their restaurants, wearing the mask, and really normalizing it because it truly is part of our lifestyle now. And
what are you finding in terms of acceptance and the wearing of the masks?
You know what? I think that our individuals, most of them are doing better than most of your neurotypical population in wearing them. They really have been motivated because they want to get back to their routines.
And that's the selling point.
Yes, exactly.
What about the fussing with the mask? I mean, we see that in, what do you call it, the neurotypical community?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So we do find, as in schools, state programs, people do need reminders to make sure it keeps on top of their nose. But again, looking at the style of the mask, really finding a fit, looking at the way it may secure to them, whether it's the elastic around the ears or the ties around the head. So just looking to see which one is the best for that person, and offering, you know, a lot of praise and positive reinforcement for being part of the community and keeping people safe.
And in some ways, there's a takeaway for the rest of the community who have kids in school who may be struggling with this.
Yes. Stick with it. Really, just continue practicing at home. Know that your child or your loved one will be able to get there. And it really, just like any new behavior, will involve practice and small steps towards desensitizing them to the mask.
Dr. Marianne Simon, thank you so very much. You know, we're a community, 360,
exactly.
And you're making sure that your community is involved and safe as well.
Yes.
So thank you. And thank you for joining us for this edition of Health Beat. We'll see you next time.